Well, Brad, here we are in our normal recording space.
That's correct. The basement of a library in Connecticut.
Yeah, it's exactly where we like to record.
Not a lot of people know that the Comedy Connection is actually a library in Connecticut. Wait a minute. We record in basements all the time.
That's true. I guess we do.
Wow.
That's true. Yeah, we're in Connecticut. This is halfway between my place in New York and Brad's place in Rhode Island. And sometimes we come to Connecticut and we podcast here. We haven't done it in a long time.
No, we have not.
When was the last time we did it? We did it with Ray.
Yes. Probably 2 years ago.
Wow.
You were, because you didn't drive in alone.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Is that when we got pizza?
Mm-hmm.
Woo, woo.
Yeah.
Do you guys know about New Haven and pizza? They say that New Haven is the pizza capital of the United States.
I mean, they say a lot of things, but
yeah,
it's a very unique kind of pizza here. Whether it's wood oven or thin, whatever they call it, a pizza.
It's a pizza. Like there's a pizza with an A in front of it, right?
I had an interview with one of the schools in Connecticut, and I mentioned modern a pizza, and they were like, "No, it's a pizza."
Oh,
and,
really?
I don't know if that was Fairfield University or Hartford or what, but it was one of the Connecticut schools, and I was like, "Yeah, okay, great, give me a job," and then they didn't.
It says New Haven style pizza or a pizza.
Yep.
Is a distinct thin crust pizza from New Haven, Connecticut, known for its chewy charred crust with coal-fired ovens, simple high-quality ingredients, and unique toppings like clams.
Gross.
Which I do like. Their clam casino pizza.
I thought, we tried 3 different pizzas when we were here a couple years ago.
Yeah.
And the plain cheese was outstanding.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah.
New Haven. If you're around New Haven, Connecticut, get pizza here. It's a very specific
if you're driving through.
Yeah.
If you're visiting Yale University for whatever reason.
Yes.
A lot of our fans like to tour the Ivies.
Tour the Ivies. Is that a thing?
No. Well, if it is, I don't know about it. But they're like, we'll start in Princeton, go on up to Harvard, shoot down to Yale,
of course.
somehow get to Cornell.
Yep.
And,
take a boat.
Then UPenn, and I don't know the other Ivies.
Puddle jumper.
Yep.
Right?
I said Cornell. Did I say Dartmouth? Because that's part of it too.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll get there.
Yeah.
And we'll explain this whole reason we're here more in the next episode.
Yes.
We'll talk more about it. But today we got a special thing going on, so I think we should just open this episode, baby.
Hello, and welcome to another episode of Funbearable. I'm Brad Rohr.
And I'm Chuck, the cold open lover, Staten.
Wow.
That's a cliffhanger for next week.
Yep.
Tune in. Yeah, we're doing something special today. Why don't you tell them what we're doing?
From time to time, we like to think about movies and movie plots. And rather than just let those ideas rot in our brains forever and never get to the public, we pitch movies to each other and to you, the loving, Funbearable audience, who's appreciative of every idea that we have, no matter how ridiculous it is. And so with that in mind, we like to glom on to things that are in the cultural zeitgeist. So we're glomming on to Mario with the release of the Super Mario Galaxy movie in the past couple weeks.
Yes.
Chuck said, why don't we pitch some Mario movies? What would we do if they handed us the keys to the Mario cash-filled car?
Yes.
Where would we drive it? What cliff is it going off? Are we Thelma and Louise? Are Mario and Luigi Thelma and Louise?
Right.
Is Brad
Thelma and
Pitt
Luigi.
shirtless?
Thelma and Luigi.
Whoa!
All right, I'm changing my pitch.
Yep.
Yeah, so we've done this a bunch of times. It's called Pitch Doctors, where we come in with our own ideas for existing, movie franchises, and we do try to organize them around what's coming out.
Yes.
So we've done it before, and if you're new to the podcast, because we have gotten a lot of new listeners in the past few months, so if you're new to the podcast, we've done this a bunch of times. I'll pull up a couple of ones that we've done. And it's pretty simple. We just take the characters and maybe the loose plot, and we come up with our own stories. That's it. So we did one for Godzilla versus Kong. We remember that one?
I do, and we talked about how difficult it is to make either of those characters sympathetic because they're so alien to us.
Monsters.
How do you keep the focus on the people in a Godzilla versus Kong movie? Because that's not what people want. So I just remember the challenge of, I'm like, I did it. And then we read through it and I'm like, oh, wait, I didn't do it. It's not about the people.
So what we do is we kind of pitch our own stupider versions.
Sorry, real quick. Godzilla and Kong, they were in a car driving towards a cliff and Godzilla reached out a hand.
Godzilla in the weeds. No, we pitch our own stupid versions. And so maybe we'll run through them at the end, because if someone's new to the podcast and we're like, we did Godzilla versus Kong pitch doctors. They're going to be like, I don't know what that is.
Yeah.
I'm just thinking about that right now.
Good thinking.
So if we do the pitches first, then they'll be like, this is what pitch doctors is.
This is something I want more of.
This is something I need more of.
Yep.
So we'll do pitch doctors, Super Mario Galaxy today. And then we'll talk about some of the old pitch doctors we've done in case you guys want to revisit. Okay?
Before we do, though,
Yes.
you saw the Super Mario Galaxy movie. I have not seen it. I have, however, seen.
Super Mario Brothers movie.
I saw the first animated movie and, of course,
Live action.
the live action movie. What did you think of this newest film in the Mario verse?
So I
as you
feel
call it?
similarly as the first movie, which was the first movie and the second. This goes for both of them. Visuals are outstanding.
Yep.
The references are amazing. I think the first one has more references,
Okay.
but they're both great. The music is awesome. The music cues are awesome. The deep cut stuff is amazing. As advertised, Fox McCloud, Star Fox, is in the second one,
Yep.
which I thought was awesome.
Of course.
And Donkey Kong's in the first one.
Yep.
Voice cast is great.
Yep.
The only issue I really have, which isn't really an issue, it's just my wishes. There's movies like animated movies like Spider-Verse coming out, and even the Ninja Turtles Mutant Mayhem movie,
Yep.
where I think that there's a little bit more of like a focus for adults as well as kids.
Yeah.
Mario just feels like it's for 10-year-olds.
Yeah.
And that's totally cool.
Yep.
That's what they're going for. That's the audience that makes sense to go for.
Yep.
It would just be cool if it was a little bit more, if it was a little bit closer to something like a Pixar movie or like Spider-Verse or like Turtles.
Yeah.
And I feel like Turtles, it's not as much for adults as well as Spider-Verse,
Yeah.
but I do feel like there's a little bit more there.
Yeah.
But I'd say if you're in that mode, like Natalie, my girlfriend, had never seen it, so I said, let's watch the first one and then go see the second one. And so we watched she's like, I'm looking for something really light this weekend. So I said, let's do it. Watch the first one. She's like, and I had given her that pitch.
Yeah.
And I think going into it, knowing that, she was like, this was awesome.
Yeah.
This was perfect in that world. And so if you like the first one, if you understand what they're going for, I think you're going to really enjoy the second one too.
Okay.
You know, it's very similar type of project, similar audience, similar tone.
Yeah.
Very fun.
I had read a scathing review, and normally if it seems like unbalanced and super biased, I stop reading it on Reddit or Facebook or wherever I'm reading it.
Yeah.
But this one was like well thought out and well explained of why they didn't care for the film.
What was the reason? I want to hear about this.
They talked about, they're like, oh, like this.
Was it woke stuff?
No.
Because there's a lot of woke criticism of the first one.
Yeah.
Because Princess Peach is like more of the hero than Mario.
It has to do with like, oh, this baby sequence where they become Mario and Luigi babies didn't really serve the plot. Mario didn't change as a character. Like he didn't learn a lesson. He did, there's no hero's journey for Mario in this. He's not following Dan Harmon's story circle.
There was a plot thing that I think they missed out on, but keep going.
Well, it's a lot of stuff like that about like this series of scenes did not serve the overall plot. Like we recognize fan service as a part of it, but like this was so blatant and blah, blah, blah. But really it was like the script. And the question is, how old is this person? Are they going into it expecting a movie like Spider-Verse where or is this like, hey, this is a movie for kids and you're trying to make it into more than it is?
It's, it's DreamWorks,
Yeah.
who also makes the Minions
Yep.
movie. And I don't know if the Minions always are serving plots,
Right.
or if they're like slipping on bananas and sticking farting in each other's heads or something like that. But seriously, right?
Yeah, that's what we do. That's the Chuck and Brad films.
Yeah, that's right. We're the Minions.
Yep. My banana.
My
head.
I don't think this is a spoiler, but so they get the Super Scope, which is amazing.
Yep.
Because it's a light gun that came out for the Super Nintendo in like 1990, and I loved it. They get the Super Scope in the
Right.
movie, and what it does is it like turns you into a baby.
Right.
So they shoot Mario and Luigi with it.
Yep.
Turns them into babies, and then they shoot someone else with it, and it turns them into a baby for a second too. Oh, a T-Rex.
Okay.
And it's just fun and games.
Yeah.
It's just like basically it's part of the journey of the heroes, like getting Like, I think what happens in that part is like Bowser has destroyed the castle.
Okay.
And they're getting to go fight Bowser, and it's part of their journey.
Right.
So it's kind of like they're just joking around, and
Yep.
it's part of the mishaps, I guess. It's almost like in Tommy Boy,
Right.
when the deer destroys the car.
Yeah.
It's like that's not a plot point.
Right.
It's not important to the plot that the deer destroys the car. It's demonstrating that there's difficulties along the way of their journey.
Got it.
So to me,
All right.
and especially as a little kid,
Yeah.
I mean, if it's for little kids, Mario, does he grow in this one? In the first one, Luigi's scared, and by
Yeah.
the end, he kind of gets a little bit of a backbone.
Yep.
Mario is not respected by his family at the first
think
one,
so.
and
Yeah.
then he gets respected by
Yeah.
the end. In this one, wow, I'm trying to think now. I mean, it's weird because it's like, it's not really Mario's story.
Okay.
Peach is trying to figure out where she came from.
Right.
And in the first one, they allude to the fact that Peach doesn't know where she came from.
Georgia,
Huh.
the state.
Do you remember what I'm talking about,
Yeah.
though? She comes out of a tunnel. She's like, I don't know. The toads raised me.
Yeah.
Her journey in this is finding out where she came from.
Got it.
And so even if Mario doesn't necessarily have like a big character arc, I think her story takes precedence in this movie.
Okay.
And it's interesting because in the first movie, I think she takes precedence as the hero.
Yeah.
For sure. Without a doubt. And in this one, I think it's a little bit more about her too.
All right.
I'm trying to think of like, I just saw this movie.
Another woke movie with a female protagonist.
I honestly, if you want my honest opinion, I think taking the first Mario Brothers movie and making it like Peach is amazing and Mario is an idiot.
Yeah.
It's hard for me not to see where people are critical of that.
Yeah.
But to me personally, I'm like, I don't give a shit. I like these characters.
Yeah.
That's how I feel. But if someone brought that up, I'd be like, yeah.
Yeah.
If we were writing it and
Right.
we wrote that movie and someone gave us a note that was
Yeah.
like, hey, Mario is not the hero in this movie. You're
Yeah.
making someone else and you're calling it the Super Mario Brothers movie. I would take that note and adjust.
Right.
I get it. But in the second one, I don't know. I'm trying to really think about Mario. Mario and Luigi are cool. People think they're cool because they saved everybody.
Yep.
They have Bowser as like a little tiny turtle. This is all in the trailer.
Yeah.
And they're friends with him.
Yeah.
And he keeps freaking out, but then he's friends with them.
Yeah.
Freaking out, but then he's friends with them.
Like you and me.
Yes.
I'm Bowser in this
But-
scenario.
There's a part, and I hope this isn't
Yeah.
spoilery. They make him big again.
Yeah.
And it's just Mario, Peach, Luigi, and Bowser like being like, we got to figure this out and going together.
Wow, it's like Fast and Furious.
Yes. it's
Villains
like Fast and
become
Furious.
friends.
But here's where they do falter, where this guy is 100% right. Bowser is like, they're my friends. And Bowser Jr. is like going after them. And he's going after them. And Bowser Jr., actually, it's about their family too, because he felt like he was a bad dad. And now he's reuniting with his son. Interesting. Family themes. Anyway, so Bowser's like, these are my friends. I don't know if you should do this to them.
Okay.
Then they immediately drop that, and Bowser's a bad guy again.
Okay.
And they never revisit.
Yeah.
So I did think that was kind of weak. I
All
thought
right.
that was a weak part of it. But I'd have to reevaluate if Mario has an arc. Honestly, off the top of my head, I don't think he does. But Peach has an arc.
Yeah.
And she's kind of more
There
of
is an arc. Then.
there's an arc,
Right.
and she's more of a main character in the first movie and the second movie.
All right.
So I don't know.
Well, we'll see
Something to think about. Something to think about.
If our pitches have arcs
Yes.
for the characters or not.
I'm very excited to hear Brad's pitch for a Super Mario Brothers movie.
Bear with me, folks. This is my pitch for a Super Mario Brothers movie.
I love pitch doctors. I love when we do pitch doctors. I love when we bring our own ideas to the table for franchises. And I can't wait to see what Brad brings. One of my favorites from Brad was the Muppets one. Brad made a political movie about the Muppets, and I fucking loved it. Remember that?
I do.
Kermit?
Yep.
That was great. All right.
So my Super Mario Brothers movie is in the same animation style of the first two movies. We start with a big action sequence of the bros, Mario and Luigi, fighting against Boom Boom. They're on an airship. They pull out all the stops.
Who's Boom Boom?
One of the bosses from, I think, Super Mario 3.
Is he a bomb?
No, he's like the mini boss at the halfway castle. He
goes like this?
Yeah, he does
goes
that.
like this,
yeah,
and he
and they got
puts his shell
spikes on his back, and
jumps.
sometimes he flies. Yep, that's Boom Boom.
Okay.
Good dance.
Yeah, thank you.
The bros pull out all the stops: fire flowers, acrobatic jumps, penguin suits. And the finale of the fight is when both Mario and Luigi get star-powered and launch Boom Boom off the side of the airship.
Good.
Now, if you're Brad, he lands in water and then shakes his fist at them, and he's not actually dead. But if you're Chuck, it's a gory, bloody mess on the surface of the sea.
I love it.
The credits play to Harvey Danger's Flagpole Sitta. We see a montage of Mario and Luigi interacting with Princess Peach and the Toads, just short little visual gags. Maybe something like Yoshi pops up out of some grass like the dog from Duck Hunt. Remember Duck Hunt? Of course you do.
I can't really do that laugh.
Anyway, if you can stop talking about Duck Hunt for one freaking second of your life, the movie continues. Mario and Luigi are getting dressed up for a big ceremony. They're going to get the key to New Donk City. It's fancy dress, so they're wearing tuxedos. Mario's top hat, his outfit from Super Mario Odyssey, basically.
So are we living in the world of like a children's movie, or do you think that this is?
Yeah,
it is.
Yeah,
it's not like you're playing with expectations.
No,
because you did say the gore thing.
No, that was
a joke.
Not written down.
Okay, all right.
On the way to the ceremony, Luigi is rehearsing his speech and is concerned about forgetting someone who has helped them along the way. So then Luigi says, all right, there's the princess, Yoshi, DK, Star Fox, Toad.
Great joke.
Am I forgetting someone? And Mario snarkily says, Toad. And Luigi says, ooh, almost forgot.
Great joke.
Thank you. They get to the ceremony and get the key, and the crowd calls for a speech. Luigi steps up, but the crowd calls for Mario. Mario steps in front of Luigi and gives a short, self-aggrandizing speech referring to me and my team, no names, and ending with, and who do you call when the city needs saving? And the crowd chants, Mario, Mario, Mario. Luigi is bummed. He worked just as hard as Mario, but this is how he's treated? He tries to bring up his concern to his brother, but Mario hand waves it away as he's signing autographs. Then we get a cute scene of a little kid asking Luigi for an autograph, who goes to sign, but the kid says they were actually asking for Yoshi's autograph, who eats the paper. Luigi sighs. They go back and are preparing for their biggest mission. This time, they're taking the fight to Bowser, or something like that. Luigi's hesitant about it. They've always been on the defense. They've never started the problems. Mario says that's exactly the point. They've always been on the defense, and they need to take the fight to Bowser on their terms. Luigi doesn't feel like his opinion is being heard, and Mario says that's because he's giving off a real player 2 vibe.
I like that.
Luigi's hurt by this, but Mario doesn't notice or care. As they continue to prepare for their war, we get another montage set to a Shakira cover of Flagpole Sitta. This is kind of like the Rocky 3 montage, with the bros stomping Goombas and Koopas intercut with shots of Mario living a luxury lifestyle. Maybe even an homage to No Doubt's Don't Speak video, with Luigi getting cut out of the magazine cover photo. You know, it's weird. A lot of people cite Gwen Stefani looking super hot in the blue dress for that video, but it's not like it's a hot dress. Just weird. Anyway, they invade Bowsertopia or whatever. In the first battle, they're hopping and bopping on the bad guys when one of the mini bosses comes out. Maybe it's Pom Pom, and she's the one that like splits into 3, and then she splits into 5. She throws ninja stars. Mario goes to reach for one of his new powers, like the Bumblebee suit or something, and the magic doesn't work. Mario is only saved from disaster by the timely intervention of Princess Peach and Yoshi, distracting Pom Pom so Luigi can defeat her. Whew. That was close. What does Mario learn from this? Nothing. He fires the Toad responsible for Bumblebee suit maintenance. As they continue their campaign deeper into Bowsertopia, Mario fights less and less, delegating battles to Luigi and the rest of the team. He says he doesn't have time to fight when he has to plan this whole thing. Luigi looks at the plans, and it's just a drawing of a Toad jumping on a Goomba. We then get a shot outside of a Toad trying this, and it doesn't work, and it's very funny how it doesn't work, but I haven't thought of it yet. In these fight scenes, Luigi's having to do a lot of the work on the ground as Mario kind of directs stuff and then takes credit for it. Luigi's getting compliments from the team, but those compliments are dismissed by Mario. They get to Bowser's castle, and it's empty. Luigi finally explodes on Mario about the plan not working. In doing so, he punches a wall, which reveals a warp pipe that they take to get to Warp Central. Every pipe in the Mushroom Kingdom passes through here. We see clear pipes, red pipes, yellow pipes, some pixelated pipes, all that stuff. Hey, why would I draw attention to the types of pipes? Anyway,
Types.
Mario orders Luigi to go in the pipe, and Luigi hesitates. I'll go, he says, but not because you're my general. I'm going because you're my brother. Finally, the bros catch up to Bowser, and Mario is dragged out to actually fight. He tries wall jumps, different hats. Nothing works. None of his powers work. They are overwhelmed with bad guys in this giant room full of pipes and platforms. I cannot stress how many bad guys are in this gigantic room. So many pipes as well. The heroes are cornered, and Bowser monologues. He rambles about taking over, about how power has corrupted Mario, and how Mario could never rule like Bowser does because he never learned the basics of being an evil ruler. That's it, Luigi says, mostly to himself. Mario, he calls, we have to go back to basics. Mario looks at him, nods, then takes his brother by the hand. This is our climactic fight scene. They run through an extremely pixelated pipe and come out of a different pipe in a different part of the room as the original arcade Mario Bros. In that art style. Suck it, Rescue Rangers movie. Eat my webs, Spider-Verse.
Eat my web.
They use those powers to jump and bump the floor under some Koopas, then kick the Koopas, opening the path to another pipe. They dash through that pipe and come through somewhere else as Mario and Luigi from the NES's Super Mario Bros. Game. Remember that? It came packaged with Duck Hunt, the game you won't stop mentioning in every possible opportunity.
Yes.
Anyway, they use the Fire Flower from SMB1 to zap some bad guys and do some light platforming to get to another pipe with Doki Doki, crossed out, written above it. You guessed it, they come out of that pipe as Mario and Luigi from SMB2. Luigi does his funny flutter jump.
SMB means Super Mario Brothers.
Yes. Luigi does his funny flutter jump from the game. They throw radishes or whatever. Another pipe. Super Mario Brothers 3 boys wearing the frog suit and Tanuki suit.
Nice.
Then Super Mario World, Cape Feather and Spin Jump. Just a whole love letter to the Mario Brothers saga here with power-ups galore in different art styles. Peach gets into the act as well, either as Super Mario Brothers 2 Peach or the one from New Super Mario Brothers Wii. It's fast-paced, frenetic, member-berry-fueled action through the history of the games.
Yes.
They finally beat Bowser/Meowser, and that, my friends, is that. Mario and Luigi have a moment. Mario apologizes to Luigi. He had forgotten that they were a team, that they're the Mario Bros, and that's how they need to stay. Luigi has taken steps to be more confident, and they're grateful to their team for getting it done. One of them says, "Boy, it's a real Mario party in here." They have a lighthearted, "No, your player won" conversation to close the film. The credits roll, set to a children's choir singing a haunting rendition of Flagpole Sitta. In the post-credit scene, the dog from Duck Hunt pops up and laughs. Are you happy now?
That's great.
That's my Super Mario movie.
That's very fun.
Yeah, the art style change, I think, is what sells it.
Oh, without a doubt.
Because I definitely wanted, the idea of Mario getting this power, and he just removes himself from the fighting, and
yes,
Luigi's doing all the work and getting none of the credit. And, it's weird because it can, in the initial, Mario is getting the publicity, you can go two ways with it. Mm-hmm. You can go Luigi is jealous and he kind of turns evil, or you can go Mario leans into it and he turns kind of evil. Maybe not evil, but misaligned.
Selfish.
Yeah. And I went with Mario turning a little bit. And it's the change in art style, I think, I was like, all right, how do I get there? And so I had to come up with Warp Central. And I know that you get to the warp pipe in Mario Brothers 3 by blowing a warp whistle. We get it.
Yeah.
But yeah, kind of that stuff. And that gives you a chance to put in all these fun little Easter eggs from each of the games.
Nice.
Which is fun.
Yes. And this is for people who are tuning in for the first time for a Pitch Doctors. This is how it goes. Brad gives an actual like real effort.
I try.
That makes sense and that could be real.
And then you do the same, right?
yeah. And then you hear my pitch, which is less realistic. Maybe.
You know what? I think they're at this point they're equally realistic.
Oh yeah, that's true. That's great though. You did a great job.
Thank you.
I think that was great. I also I would love to see that in one of these Mario movies. I mean, they're doing a lot of references in a good way.
Yeah.
But man, if they did have a thing where they were pushed back and then push forward
Yeah.
through all the games, that'd be so cool. It's funny because I'm sure they don't do that because for people who are 10, they're not going to get everything.
Right.
But you can make it make sense.
Yeah.
I think that's what I'm talking about when I talk about the idea that it's not for adults and children. They could do that stuff.
I'll say here's how you set it up so that 10-year-olds get it.
Yeah.
Picture frames of like Luigi looking back at like this is where we came from.
Yes, and maybe even 1980 whatever. 1980, 1990 would.
Yeah.
Because then it would make sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
I'll say back to basics. I wrote it. I had forgotten the original Mario Brothers game, and then I'm like,
Oh, yeah.
I'm like,
I know.
if you're gonna say back to basics, like let's
You
put it in
should use
there.
it.
Yeah.
I get it.
Even if the more mainstream was Super Mario Brothers.
Yeah, for people who don't know, before Super Mario Brothers, the one that everyone thinks of as the first game for NES, there was an arcade version that was just like a battle between Mario and Luigi, stopping crabs. And
There
turtles.
were and moths like
And
that
moths,
hopped.
yeah.
I had it for the Atari 7800, and I loved that game.
Yeah, it was right beforehand. All right, you ready for mine?
Yeah,
It's a little bit stupider, as you may have guessed.
I did guess. Yes.
All right, you ready?
Yes, I am.
Here's my pitch for a Mario movie. Mario is in his home. He's sitting on the couch looking at a photo album. It shows himself and Princess Peach on Island Delfino, a beachy getaway location that he'd go to once a year with the love of his life. He was happy then.
It's from Super Mario Sunshine.
Yes.
Yeah.
He was happy then. He was at peace. He spent his free time playing golf, playing tennis, and studying for his medical degree.
Beautiful.
After several years of marital bliss, one day Mario goes to work. He held down several jobs. By day, he was part of a wrecking crew. By night, he refereed boxing matches. Mm-hmm. But he wanted to be in the ring, not wearing the stripes on the sidelines.
Really cramming in a lot of references right at the beginning here.
I'm doing it too so that people that don't know, they're just like, okay.
Yep.
They don't have to know the references.
Okay.
But if you do, you've already gotten like 9.
Yep.
By night, he refereed boxing matches, but he wanted to be in the ring, not wearing stripes on the sidelines.
Oh, wow. Okay.
He sparred endlessly with his friends Link, Kirby, Pac-Man, and Mega Man.
Mm-hmm.
Unrelated. Mm-hmm. He's built a wonderful, peaceful world with Princess Peach. She's the love of his life. They had found each other. They had found the beginnings of a family.
Wow.
It was September 13th, Mario's birthday. He was 41. Mario jumps in his go-kart for a joyride. The roads were slick. The sky was dark. Mario should have known this day would change his life. Forever.
Wow.
He pulled into a gas station. A young dinosaur sidles up next to him as he gets gas. How much for the cart, he asks. Mario didn't even look at him as he answers. It's not for sale.
Wow.
Bowser Jr. was offended. And Mario stared right... he was with 3 of his brothers, Larry, Lemmy, and Ludwig. They stared Mario down, and Mario stared right back.
Wow, this is just like the beginning of John Wick.
As he got in his car and drove home.
Uh-oh.
Back in his castle,
I don't like that you didn't comment on that.
Peach has a surprise for Mario's birthday.
Oh, no.
As he opens the cage, he sees a bright green dinosaur hiding in the back. Mario lures him out, and the dinosaur licks Mario's face. I'm going to call you Yoshi, he said.
Of course.
That night, as Mario and Peach slept with Yoshi between them, 4 shadowy figures enter the home. Mario heard something, and he slowly went downstairs.
One of them is Bald Bull from Mike Tyson's Punch-Out.
Yoshi reluctantly followed, nervous. Peach was soundly sleeping.
Good.
As soon as Mario reached the bottom of the stairs, he was struck in the back of the head with a giant paintbrush. Bowser Jr. had Mario on the ground. The Koopa Kid started kicking him as Yoshi attempted to eat them one by one. But he was too small.
Oh, no.
He hadn't eaten enough fruit to grow to his normal size.
Of course.
Shut that thing up, Ludwig yelled. Larry kicked Yoshi until he started flashing red. And he ran off a cliff before Mario could jump on his back to save him.
No!
Yoshi was gone. As the Koopas beat Mario, Lemmy went upstairs. Peach screamed. Lemmy carried her down the stairs laughing. Dad will love this one. He's got a thing for blondes. The Koopas left Mario for dead. We fade to black. From the writer and director of John Wick, here is Super Mario Brawl Star, or Super Mario All Stars, or Super Mario Menace, or Super Mario Thunder, or Super Mario Maim and Watch.
All right, I like that one.
That one's a reference.
Yeah.
That's a really deep cut Nintendo reference to their original handheld Game & Watch. And I'm not going to be explaining all the references because it would be fucking bananas.
Oh, what a surprise. Bananas. Donkey Kong.
The Koopas bring Mario's go-kart to a nearby auto shop. They brag to the owner, Funky Kong, about the kidnapping of Peach, the killing of Yoshi, and the stolen cart. Funky Kong immediately makes a call. A towering green turtle picks up. Your children, tonight, they made a mistake. And what was that? Bowser responded. They killed a dinosaur and kidnapped a princess, and they did it from Mario. Bowser dropped the phone. When his children returned home, they took a tied-up Peach to a dungeon cell. Bowser walked up to Bowser Jr. and spit a fireball in his face.
Ow.
Bowser Jr. wiped off the soot from his skin and asked why. Bowser explained who Mario was. They call him Prige Shuvak. It means the jump man. Now that's
good. It's good.
I want some kill 3 Goombas with a single leap. We cut back to Mario, bloody and full of rage, digging up the grass behind the castle, disturbing the perfect Mushroom Kingdom, as Bowser explains the mistake he's made to his son. Mario reaches into the ground and pulls them out. The NES Zapper, the Super Scope 6, the Power Glove, a raccoon costume. Back at Bowser's airship, the King of Koopas attempts to call Mario to apologize, to explain, to beg. Bowser pleads. Mario is silent. He hangs up the phone. Bowser turns to his assistant, Birdo. Gather the Koopas, the Piranha Plants, the Hammer Bros. How many? Asked Birdo. As many as we've got.
Yeah.
Then they French. Imagine Frenching Birdo. Wow.
That'd be weird.
Anyway,
Yep.
Bowser didn't need this.
Birdo have a tongue?
He was developing his next super weapon to destroy Mario. He had hired the best plumber experts, mustache specialists, and the glitchiest geneticists in Dinosaur Land. Nothing can keep him from figuring out how to kill the seemingly unbeatable Italian. Koopas enter Peach's castle, Mario's home, and the plumber in red kills them one by one in spectacular fashion with creative and amazing skills. But no time to describe those.
Nope.
As Mario leaves, he straps a Super Nintendo behind him to his overalls. Mario travels to a new country, a country where the Koopas have never been.
Oh.
He talks to his uneasy ally, Donkey Kong. DK Country should be a safe haven for the moment. Mario tells DK what's going on. DK asks if he's going to call Big Green to help.
Uh-oh.
Mario says, Big Green retired a long time ago. He and Daisy moved to Acorn Plains. They've got children, a white picket fence, a pup named Poochie. This isn't his fight. Mario asks for a Game Genie.
Wow.
He inserts it into the Super Nintendo on the back of his overalls. He begins to flash and becomes invincible. Donkey Kong asks, are you hacked? Mario, yeah, I'm thinking I'm hacked.
I hate you.
That's for all the John Wick people out there.
I think this whole thing is for all the John Wick people out there.
I don't know.
A lot of crossover with Funbearable.
As Mario flies back to fight Bowser Jr., his plane is hit by Bullet Bill. The plane crashes down into Special World, and it's filled with enemies.
Oh, wow.
But Mario is ready for them. 2 Koopas cower in the darkness. Who is this guy? One of the cronies whispers to the other. Something emerges from the shadows behind them. Before the Koopas can turn around, crony number 1 gets his answer. It's a me, Mario.
I do like that.
Another spectacular fight ensues. Mario sticks a bob bomb in the mouth of a frog named Wart. He rakes a pokey cactus across Roy Koopa's back. Mario sticks the Virtual Boy on Iggy Koopa's head, and he immediately goes blind. He subdues Wendy Koopa. As he holds his raccoon tail, ready to spin, she fesses up. The church, he says. That's where Bowser keeps his gold coins.
Okay.
Mario heads to the Church of Nintendo. Several toads are in the pews, praying, oblivious. Mario heads into a confessional, but it's a ruse. He grabs the priest through the divider. Miyamoto, you will tell me where Bowser keeps his stash. Shigura admits defeat and shows Mario where the golden coins are, the red coins, even the blue coins.
Wow.
And for people, I will explain that one. Shigeru Miyamoto is like the creator of Mario as well as like Zelda.
Yes.
And like a million other Nintendo games. It makes more sense to him for him to be God in this world, but I made him a priest.
That's fine.
Mario ground pounds the room holding the gold, and all the coins fall into a lava pit, never to be seen again.
Oh, Bowser's fortune, gone.
Mario heads to find Bowser, but he's attacked. Paratroopers from above, Monty Mole from below. A Koopa clown car smacks into Mario out of nowhere.
Ugh,
the Game Genie is thrown into a disappearing platform and falls away under the clouds. Mario is captured. Bowser sits down with him, surrounded by Birdo and any of Bowser's children who are still alive. After a tense conversation, Bowser leaves Mario with the Koopalings. As Birdo and the Koopalings attempt to kill Mario, Mario gets a hand free, and throws his hat. It thwips through the air, twirling and twirling, and immediately latches onto Morton Koopa, who becomes possessed by the soul of Mario.
Yep.
Thornton Mario pulls himself inside his shell and spins, bouncing off the wall, taking out the rest of the Koopa kids as they hesitate to kill their brethren. After Thornton frees Mario, Mario takes his hat back, jumps on that motherfucker 3 times, and the Koopalings are no more.
Take that.
Mario follows Bowser to the docks at Jolly Roger Bay.
Mm-hmm.
He corners Bowser with a chain chomp, ready to tear Bowser to shreds. Facing certain death, Bowser tells Mario where his number 1 son is. Mario returns to Donkey Kong Country to get a final stash of weapons. Donkey Kong tells him, "This was left for you," and hands Mario an item. It was left by a short man with a mushroom for a head. He said you'd know what to do with it. Mario begins to hunt down Bowser Jr. at Bowser's castle. By the way, this room is killing me.
Yep.
It's hot. There's dust. I don't know what's going on. I'm dizzy. I'm going to fall asleep.
There's a ghost in the corner.
There's a ghost in the corner. There's a child. He keeps... There's a child laugh.
Yeah.
It's like Resident Evil.
Only we can hear it.
Yes.
He's pointing at a calendar with tomorrow's date on it and then doing the throat slit motion and then pointing at both of us.
Yes. I got to get another...
I don't know what it means.
No, I don't know either.
It could be anything.
Could be positive.
Yeah. Could be like your sore throat will be gone tomorrow.
Yeah. Oh, thank you, son.
Thank you.
I appreciate that, sir.
My throat feels great, but I appreciate it.
Mario crosses the bridge to the castle. He takes an axe and hits the lever holding up the bridge behind him. Mm-hmm. No escape. Mario is determined to kill them all. As he enters, the remaining Koopas and Goombas approach him in tiny monster trucks, hover bikes, and even one of those cute planes from Diddy Kong Racing.
Wow.
A wild fight ensues. As the Koopas gather their vehicles, Mario pulls out his gift from Toad. It's winged, it's spiked, and motherfucker, it's blue.
Yep.
He throws the blue shell. It spins around the Koopas and immediately takes them out with an explosion. Baby Bowser shows up with the princess. If you come any closer, she's going to end up just like Yoshi. Throw your weapons to the side. Mario throws down his fire flower, his penguin suit, his frog costume, a tiny blue mushroom, and oddly, a whistle. They're tossed out of sight. Bowser Jr. begins to laugh. Did you think I'd let her live? After what you did to my family? I killed your pet, and you murdered 6 of my siblings. How do you feel about that? Mario barely opens his mouth, smiles, and says, Wahoo. This is the end, Mario. You'll have to go back to saving Pauline. Mm-hmm. As Baby Bowser holds a magic wand up to the princess's head, his eyes filled with rage, his one tooth shimmering, boom! A gigantic brown boot stomps Bowser like the lizard that he is. Princess Peach rolls to the side. As we look up, we see blue overalls covering a green shirt. We pan up to a mustache. Finally, a green hat that matches Mario's. Bowser had come back only to watch his son die. Luigi shrinks back down to his normal, slender size. Mm-hmm. Mario, Luigi, and the princess walk up to Bowser as he cowers. What are you going to do to me? Mario looks up. A sledgehammer appears above. He looks back at Bowser. Bowser desperately looks back at Mario. Mario jumps in slow motion as Bowser anxiously looks for somewhere to go. Mario grabs the hammer and the music begins. Bowser tries to escape but accepts the futility of his attempt. He stops, holds his arm out in a Jesus pose, and welcomes death. Mario hammers down. Boom, 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 towards Bowser, and finally, with one last swing, the hammer falls. Bowser explodes into a gigantic mess of internal organs, bones, blood, detached muscles, horns, and spikes. Mm-hmm. They get all over everybody.
And sugar and spice.
Yes. They get all over everybody. They all try to save face. But alas, they puke.
Yeah.
The madness is over. Princess Peach and Mario are together again. Mario tries once more to put this life behind him. For some reason, he felt like he was doomed to go through this over and over and over again.
Yeah.
Mid-credit scene.
Oh, good.
We cut back to Bowser's lair and focus on the geneticist taking DNA samples from a tube and placing them to brightly colored gel-like substance into a brightly colored gel-like substance. Late credit scene.
Mm-hmm.
A geneticist turns on the machines. The whirring and grinding is deafening. The geneticist looks in the window of the machine. He pukes, just like earlier. Post-credit scene.
Oh, good.
The machine opens up. Smoke fills the room. We hear two voices maniacally laughing, and through the shadows we see yellow and purple hats.
Yep.
W and L, respectively.
Yep.
The end.
Very good.
You liked it?
I did.
John Wick Mario.
Probably aimed at a different audience than my Mario movie.
Yeah, I think so.
But on the whole, made sense.
I think so, yeah. So,
followed its own internal logic.
yeah, I think so.
guess.
So I was thinking about this because we've done so many pitch doctors, which we'll talk about. And some of the styles that we use in pitch doctors, and also we do another series that we call Strangers in Fiction. And in both of those things, we often will take a story and apply like horror or
Right.
whatever, and it's kind of generalized. So if you take Mario and you're like, we're going to make a horror movie, we're going to make this
Right.
movie. We're
going to make this movie.
We're going to make yes. There's only so many genres.
Yeah.
So I was like, instead of going for a genre, what if I took the world of Super Mario and I put it into the world of John Wick?
Yeah.
With all the different weapons, with all the different characters. This guy's good. This
Yep.
guy's bad. This is the safe haven. This is this. And I thought that would be a fitting place to put it because he has a pet. I mean, I had to work in the fact that Princess Peach is alive and being saved, but he has a pet.
Yep.
The main bad guy, his son goes after Mario unknowingly.
Right.
So it's perfect for Bowser and Bowser Jr. to go after Mario. So that was my thought the other day, and I sat down and I just banged it out.
That's great.
Thanks.
I'm playing Cyberpunk 2077 right now, and Keanu Reeves' voice is one of the main characters. Like, also is the physical model for this character throughout the game, I'm very Keanu centric in the video game universe. So making a Mario John Wick is like that. That's my sweet spot right now.
Good. I never saw John Wick 2, 3, or 4.
I saw 2 and 3.
I want to see them.
There was good stuff in both of them.
Oh yeah, I'm sure they're awesome. I love more John Wick 1. But yeah, that was my pitch. And yeah, to kind of talk about pitch doctors for new people, we usually do stuff like that where Brad's pitch is a little bit more grounded. And by the way,
a little more earnest.
It's not by design. It's not like we planned that.
No.
It's just who Brad is and who I am.
Yes.
I'm stupid and he's normal. Well, he's
half of that is right.
If there's a middle line, I'm here and he's in the same direction over there.
Yeah.
But we usually do this kind of stuff. We've done Godzilla vs. Kong, like we said. We did the Spider-Verse movies. We did the Flash, like the Flash multiverse movie for the DC movies. I'm trying to think of how many we've done.
Did we do a Mortal Kombat movie on the old podcast?
Did we do a Mortal Kombat movie, or was it?
We talked about Mortal Kombat extensively.
Was it Roar You Know?
Yeah, it might have been.
Then every year we do. Well, let's see. I want to see what else we have.
We do Christmas ones.
We did Pitch Doctors, the Muppets.
Yes.
We came up with our own Muppets projects. I did Seven, the movie Seven, starring the Muppets. We did Pitch Doctors Disney remakes.
Did I do Mickey and the Beanstalk?
For what? For Disney?
I made that one political, where it was they were all super right wing, and the messaging was like very right wing.
Oh, that's hilarious!
Throughout the whole time.
That's great.
Yeah.
But we've done a bunch of them. I did Freaky Friday the 13th.
Yep.
But every year we also do We Pitch You a Merry Christmas around Christmas, where it'll be myself and Brad, and we have guests on. We've had Brian Rupert from Reviewing History. We've had Jimmy the Hair Guy from the Tell 'em Steve Dave universe. And we all bring our own Christmas pitches to the table. It's a consistent thing we do. And now we also do where we're the heads of the studios. We did it for Fantastic Four. We do a series where we basically come up with a whole concept of a movie,
Right.
and we do the marketing and the sales and
Yeah.
all that kind of stuff as well. And we love to kind of play with this world. Our old co-host was always kind of like, man, like film is so, we're in such a place with film where they would just reuse ideas,
Yeah.
and it's like franchise, blah, blah, which is a common and very accurate criticism
Yeah.
of the world of media today, is that a lot of this stuff is just picking from the same basket and just going back to the well all the time.
Yeah.
And my response to that, as a film lover, as a comedy lover, as someone who believes in this type of art, is that if we're going to be comedians, living in the world of comedy as writers or whatever, if that's the case, then let's do the same thing
Right.
with a comedy slant
Yeah.
and make that kind of breed new projects
Right.
or new concepts or new ways to bring that stuff together. And that's kind of the point behind Pitch Doctors.
Yeah.
I wish we could remember what the studio heads or executive chefs. So we do Pitch Doctors, which is the story of, whatever, like we just did. And then we do executive chefs. We did it for Fantastic Four, where we come up with our own concepts, like I was saying, the marketing and all that kind of stuff, as if we're studio executives.
Yeah.
But
Cooking up some marketing.
Yes, exactly.
I think about, the idea we live in a world where the Rescue Rangers got a movie in like 2021.
Love it.
And
It was so good.
it was, it was like this, where it was
Yes.
an outside the box Rescue Rangers idea. It wasn't just a standard animated film following the little gang. It was a comedy take on the Rescue Rangers. And I think that spirit is what we try to bring to our versions of Pitch Doctors.
Yes.
Whether it's, like literally, I called it out in mine, the idea of the different animation styles, but that's, yeah. So if they're going to hand you an IP
Yes.
and give you a little room to work with, then work with that room.
Yes, exactly. I think there's a lot of stuff out there. Like, I think that there's a lot of stuff out there that plays with it in the right way. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, obviously The King is probably Who Framed Roger Rabbit.
Yeah.
That's a great one. Oh, I like this. There's
Yeah.
people around us in the library.
Yeah, a lot of people
But yeah, I mean, Rescue
staring
Rangers
at
was
us
great.
through the window. So it's very nice.
Are they?
Yeah, one of them was.
That's
He
great.
still is.
So we're still we're kind of recording live in front of an audience. I
Yep.
kind of like that.
Yeah. All right. He walked away.
But yeah, no, I think the idea of playing with that stuff is really fun, and I like to
Yeah.
bring that to the podcast. We like to bring scripts to the podcast. We like to bring our own creativity that's more than just kind of hanging out and talking.
Yeah, and I feel like we haven't gotten to do it in a while.
Yes.
Our last batch of episodes were recorded at a time when we were busy with other creative projects, and we're just us talking.
They were just hangs.
And so the idea of us getting a chance to sit down and create something for this, I think a lot of people get ideas for movies, but not a lot of people write them down.
You mean like they're inspired?
Like in general.
Like they're inspired.
They're
Yeah.
like, oh, this would make a great movie.
Yes, I agree
And
with
then
that.
you don't even write, this is like 2 or 3 page treatment.
Yes.
And in a treatment in the loosest possible sense of the word.
Yes.
And present it. They just think about these stories and then don't do anything with it. And so even, like the idea of sitting down and writing a Super Mario Brothers spec script is insane
yeah.
in the best way, but doing it this way where we can be fun, we can present it to the fun bears, and we can, make each other laugh a little bit, we'll take it. Like,
I think,
it's just a fun way to interact with these things that we like.
Yeah, and I think that this is kind of the type of podcast we want to do.
Yeah.
That's the thing is like, the way I look at the podcast is like, I'd love for a hang episode where we just chit chat and
Yep.
do whatever. I'd love for that to be every other week, and then every other week we do like a big
Baking episode.
baking episode. No,
Butterscotch pies next week.
Ooh, is that a thing?
Yeah.
Butterscotch pies?
Yeah.
Explain
Did you
this
not-
to me.
Like, I don't know. There's like the flavor of the filling.
What is the filling though?
Well, it's like a meringue thing. I don't
Like pecan pie? Like what surrounds the pecan?
Yeah, except it's more butterscotch flavored than.
Wow.
Yeah.
I gotta look up butterscotch pie. Are you kidding me?
My mom makes them.
Could she ship
occasionally.
one?
I'll ask her.
Oh my God. What are you kidding
I'm
me?
gonna text her right now,
You've been hiding this from me for our whole friendship?
and I will continue to.
No, you can't let the cat out of the bag. So anyway, I'd love if every episode of the podcast that was a hang was every other episode, and then every other episode was something like this, with more effort put in, where we write something, or we have a guest, or we have something special going on. Obviously, it's hard to do that 100% of the time, but I'd love to do that, and I'm happy everybody hung out here for Pitch Doctors Mario.
All right, I said Chuck has never had butterscotch pie and would like one, so we'll see.
Wow, I love it. Speaking of pizzas and pies and shipping and foods.
Yep.
So we talked about how we're in New Haven, Connecticut.
Yes, we
Was
are.
that this episode?
I don't remember.
Okay, so we talked about how we're in New Haven, Connecticut for this library thing. It's a pizza capital.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of pizza here. There's a specific type of pizza. I think we talked about it in this
Yeah, it
episode.
was.
And recently, for Natalie's birthday, my mom shipped us 2 pizzas from Giordano's
Yes.
in Chicago,
Yes.
because Natalie grew up around Chicago. And they're deep dish pizzas.
Mm-hmm.
They're incredible.
Yes.
We ate the entire cheese pizza. My mom got me a barbecue pulled pork pizza,
Ooh.
and I saved a quarter of it for you.
Wow, thank you.
It's a frozen pizza.
Yeah.
From Giordano's.
Yep.
So I'm gonna bring it next time I come back to
Awesome.
Rhode Island. And you
I
can
will
have the rest
house
of It's decadent.
It's
Decadent.
It's so weird to me because I'm like, oh, I should like get a deep dish pan, which is probably not that expensive, and like make my own deep dish pizza because it's so filling.
Oh my God.
And it's get several meals worth instead of like, all right, well, I'm gonna buy Pop-Tarts because they're on sale for $2 and that's 4 meals that are 50 cents each. Which is how my mind works these days.
I will say, if you're gonna eat this pizza, get an IV of
Yeah.
lactate.
Yeah.
Because
Oh, a lot of cheese in there.
there's a lot of cheese. But yeah, no, that was fun. I really love doing these extra creative things. And if you have any ideas about what we should do, please feel free to write in funbearablepod@gmail.com.
Yeah, we're always happy to hear from you.
Yeah, so that's good. But yeah, man, so with movies like this, I like to take part in this kind of stuff, and I'm wondering what is coming up this summer where we can play with different ideas. Because, like I said, we have a lot of different ways to play with them. We do the Roar You Know, which is when Brad comes in and he gives me all these facts behind the scenes about something.
Yes.
We have pitch doctors. We have executive chefs. There's a lot of different ways we can play with it. Actually, we did an episode where we played a Fast and Furious board game.
Ooh.
It was a tough one.
It was just because the game itself was.
The rules were just very, very complicated and
Yeah.
convoluted. But what is coming out this summer? Spider-Man Brand New Day? What else?
What's the big May movie? Mandalorian and Grogu.
Oh, I'm psyched for that.
Yep.
We talked about that on Popcorn Kernels. So I think we're going to be doing more stuff like this.
Yeah, I hope so.
And we got to get back into it. Like we said, we had those six episodes where the audio was a little funky, and we had planned them all to cover us for the big filming project that we
Yep.
did. So we didn't get a lot of time to be like, well, what's coming out here?
Right.
How can we do something timely for this release date? How can we
Yep.
do this? And now we're back into it. Now we're back into doing the typical Funbearable extra effort type of stuff.
Okay, good.
That's what I was thinking of. Not extra. At first I was like extra credit,
Yep.
extra effort.
Extra credit.
But yeah, so yeah, I'm very excited for
Can
for
I
more of that.
can I close with a thing?
Yeah, give me a story, give me an anecdote.
So I went.
Anecdote.
Yep.
Give me an
Yep.
I was bit by a rattlesnake
Uh-huh.
outside. Give me the antidote.
No.
All right, just suck it out then.
Apologize
You're
to the
not gonna
rattlesnake first.
You're not gonna like where I got bit.
Oh, I'm gonna
Anus
love it.
lip.
Oh boy.
I love
Ow.
saying anus lip.
Yeah, you shouldn't.
I love it.
I wish you didn't.
I wish I didn't too.
So last month I went to a friend's birthday party
yeah.
and super fun time. Potluck. We're talking. But at the party, one of the I hesitate to call it activities because
Yeah.
that sounds more formal than it was. But every so often, probably every half an hour, he has a musical background, even though it's not his profession, would sit down at the piano and play. So like he'd look up the sheet music for something. For example, "What's Up" by the Four Non-Blondes, which is why I bring it up in next week's episode. And he would play it, and we'd all sing along.
You told me about this.
What do you think about this as a party activity?
Okay. So I'll say this. I play acoustic guitar.
Yes.
sometimes as a guy, when you play an instrument,
He's a married man.
okay.
Yep.
I'm just saying, as a guy with a musical instrument, you come off as a little bit braggy when you play a musical instrument
Yeah.
in a social gathering.
Right.
Right. And like, I think when you're in your 20s or whatever, you're in college especially, you kind of want people to swoon a little bit.
Uh-huh.
And I think a lot of people do swoon.
Yeah.
And I got to be honest, I think it's kind of fun. I do think it's fun,
Yeah.
but it's hard for me to lose that
Yeah.
initial response. And I will say this, my brother's wife, Shannon, one time sent me a Family Guy video.
Okay.
And it was basically the guy who takes out a guitar at a party
Yeah.
and tries to get people. And she was like, this is so true, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
And I haven't really done that. I haven't
Yeah.
really taken out my guitar at a party and done that. But I was like, oh, it's so interesting that I know that she feels this way about this type of thing.
Yeah.
And that a lot of people probably do.
I'll say it was like on the party invitation was like, there will be a sing along. There will be a pub style sing along.
Oh, interesting.
So we knew this was coming. This isn't him trying to impress us.
I do think it's fun.
It really, really was fun, and
Yeah.
it wasn't overdone.
Yeah.
It was mostly songs that everyone knew.
Yep.
And at one point, his daughter was like, "Can you do Let It Go from Frozen?"
Yep.
And so we all sang Let It Go. And when I say we all, like a third of the party sang along.
Yeah.
And it doesn't matter if you hit all the notes, like.
Just to
Nobody judged anybody.
Yeah, no one judged anybody.
Nobody got mad at anybody for missing any notes.
And maybe if they sang their own Brad parody
Yeah.
of the song.
Nobody got
Pour
mad at
some
Brad, yeah.
Boogers on me.
Oh, it's one of my best.
Did they play Pour Some Boogers
They
on Me?
did not. I asked. No,
That's
they did.
that's a bona fide Brad parody that you wrote.
Fifth grade Brad.
Yeah.
They did "Don't Stop Believin'"
Yeah.
by Journey, and it was super fun.
Of course.
I called it the white national anthem.
Yeah, of course.
It was such a good time. Man, a real character just walked behind you out that door.
Real character. Give me some descript.
It looked.
Mexican hat.
I can't say it because it sounds offensive. So
What if it's true?
back to this party.
Oh, wait, hold on. If it's true, it sounds offensive.
If it's true, it's going to sound offensive. All right. Imagine if Shinsuke Nakamura, the wrestler, was 40 years older and a woman.
This is great.
That was it. That was it. They walked past.
That's not so bad.
They're doing the Shinsuke poses. I think she Kinshasa'd somebody.
I thought you were gonna be like, all right, it's a French guy
Nope.
wearing a beret, has a baguette.
No,
And
it's
I'm
just
like,
it's just
fine.
a bizarre looking human. The party was great. Normally my internal clock at a party is 2 hours, and I was there for 3.5.
Yeah.
It was just a really good time and felt really good. And I think that was a big part of it because the idea of coming together to share this activity
Yeah.
meant a lot. And, in between, like he had asked everyone to bring records to like play. And I'm like, all right, guys, let's all listen to Jetty Bones. And like, no one's listening to the actual music.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, never mind, I'm going to take this and go. It means a lot to me. Thanks, guys. Bye.
Yeah.
So it was, but it was like such a good time. I think I foolishly ate dinner before I went there and then continued to eat. Like that potluck did not stand a chance against me.
Yeah. So you got full and you got sick.
Oh, I got full and then I got over full. And I'm like, this is worth it. I'm eating my own Trader Joe's blondies that I brought to the party, which is another question of etiquette of how do you treat the food you bring to a potluck.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah.
It depends if it's deviled eggs.
Yeah.
So you like basically pulled up your shirt, your stomach is out, you're slapping it, you're singing along to the song.
I'm drumming the rhythm to "Don't Stop Believin'" on my own bare belly.
You're getting ready to throw up.
Oh yeah, I'm throwing up and continuing.
I'll tell you something too about we brought up deviled eggs. But first of all, I think that's fun.
It was a good time.
I think it's really fun.
So folks, if you're planning a party and you're musically inclined, perhaps a piano is the way to go rather than acoustic guitar. That's all.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I mean, it's hard to be like, oh, do this instead.
Right.
Get a grand piano.
Yep. Steinway, roll it into your the third floor loft.
Yeah, exactly. I went to a thing with Natalie in God damn, where the hell? We've gone to so many weird places. We were in a really nice hotel. It was Christmas.
Chicago.
It wasn't this year.
Oh. Not Chicago.
Man, where the fuck were we?
I wasn't there. I definitely wasn't in the adjoining room drilling a hole between.
Yeah. Maybe wow. It was Colorado somewhere. It was somewhere in Colorado. and there was like a pub called like the Beehive or something like
Okay.
that. And it was advertised as like a sing-along thing with people playing piano.
Oh, that's fun,
And we
yeah.
sang along with it, and they gave out songbooks.
That's great.
And it was fucking so fun.
Yeah.
People still looking at us?
Shinsuke is sitting on the bench over there if you want to look at that.
take a peek.
Our church, I think every year, does beers and carols at a local pub.
I don't know about this shit.
She just walked past.
Oh, that's not her on the bench?
I don't know if it's her. Nope.
I was going to say,
It's a different
what the hell are you
different
talking-
person. We do beers.
This is what you get when you record in a public library.
It's true. You get characters.
Yep.
Beers and carols. So the church, like we all go to a local pub, and they set up instruments, and
Yeah.
we do all the traditional Christmas carols.
Yeah.
And everybody sings along, and it's just such a fun night to get out together and celebrate in a fun way.
Yes.
So yeah, it surprised me. I was surprised at how much fun I had at this party.
Oh, that's great. I
So,
love
it's
when
good
you
stuff.
say that.
Yeah.
You often say that, by the
Yes.
way.
Yeah, I do, and I'm surprised every time.
You sure are.
Yeah.
There was a joke I wrote about that in one of our scripts, and no one laughed at it, and I was like gonna walk out of the room.
Yeah, you should have.
But it's funny. Just I'll close with this. I don't want to go too long. But a couple weeks ago for Easter, it was funny. I was not going back to Rhode Island for
Right.
Easter, which is what I usually do. Living in New York when I was single, it was really easy to go back to Rhode Island like whenever I felt like it.
Right.
Because I didn't have anyone to answer to. I run my own company.
Yep.
I work for myself, and I work at home, so I can do that stuff there. But Natalie, my girlfriend, she drives a crazy commute every day. She works at a job that right now she's really unhappy with, and she just doesn't want to add 2 4-hour drives to her weekends or
Right.
her weekdays or whatever. She already has this crazy commute. So I wasn't going back for Easter because A, she didn't want to go, but B, we were in Rhode Island like the week before.
Right.
Because we were filming something.
Yeah.
And I was a little bummed, and she knew it. And I probably said it one time.
Right.
I probably was like, oh man, we're going to miss Easter. I literally just said that.
Yeah.
Woke up on Easter Sunday, and she goes, all right, there's an Easter egg hunt. Go ahead. And she hid eggs all around our house.
That's great.
Which was awesome.
Yeah.
Although, if I'm being completely honest, little difficult.
Yeah.
She taped an egg under our dining room table right in the middle.
If you watch Taskmaster, that's the first place you would have looked.
Really?
Yeah. Lot of hints under the table.
That's tough.
Yep.
So that was hard. And we did it for like an hour because I kept having to ask for hints.
Yeah.
And she'd be like, no, there's a 5-minute time limit between hints.
Wow.
So I had to wait.
That's very fun.
Yeah.
I approve, Natalie.
So she did that, which was amazing. Then she's like, all right, we're going to dye eggs, which I haven't done since I was a kid.
Yeah, I've probably done it once, maybe twice.
In your life?
Like 7th grade.
Yeah, I've barely done it. So we dyed eggs. I made a Brad egg.
Yes, you did.
It came out pretty good.
It did.
And then she made a big Easter dinner, which was a steak for me, a fake steak for her,
Ooh.
potatoes au gratin, roasted carrots,
Yep.
roasted broccoli, roasted Brussels sprouts, borscht, dinner rolls, and stuffed mushrooms.
Wow.
Which is a lot for 2 people
Yeah,
to
it
have
sure
for
is.
dinner.
Sure is. A lot for 4 people.
Yeah, it sure is. But I was pretty blown away by her. It was very heartwarming.
Yeah.
To see her put all this effort into basically giving me an Easter.
Yeah.
Because I wasn't going to have it. And in the Easter eggs, by the way, Cadbury cream eggs and Reese's eggs.
Delicious.
Oh, it was so good. But big shout out to Lil Nat for
Nice.
being so sweet on Easter. It was very, very nice. I thought this was a nice place to put it on wax and get it recorded.
Good thinking.
You know what I mean?
Good thinking.
Yeah.
Good thing that rattlesnake
Good
story
thinking.
was so long ago that we don't have to think about that anymore.
Good thinking and good stinking.
Well, folks out there, thank you so much for joining us for another
Good
episode.
thinking, good stinking.
For another episode of Fun Bear. Thank you for going in that direction. We appreciate you joining us. If you have questions, comments, concerns, or otherwise, send us an email, funbearablepod@gmail.com, or find the email link through funbearablepod.com. If you want to check out our Patreon, it's a donation Patreon, $2.50 a month, but you get access to the entirety, eventually, of the Chuck and Brad podcast archives, which at this point were well over 400 episodes.
Yeah.
Hours and hours and hours of entertainment. But then there's also a bunch of filler in there as well.
If you like this whole thing we're doing, there's 400 episodes behind the paywall, so go grab them for $2.50.
Yeah.
I was going to say 250 cents, which is also
true, yeah,
accurate.
yeah.
But people don't talk like that.
No, they sure don't.
They really
sure
don't.
Yeah, we're not using pennies anymore.
No more pennies.
No more pennies.
That's right.
Yeah, it costs more to make than they are worth. So
Isn't it like 1,000,000 years it's going to take for them to get out of population? Like how many years is it going to take for the penny to leave?
I mean, there are places that are like, we aren't accepting them anymore, and so I think it's
That's going to make more pennies though,
yeah.
right?
Yeah. Well, people will eventually turn them into a bank, which will turn them into the federal treasury,
And
which
they'll
will
burn them?
I don't know if they'll recycle them or what, but yeah.
Copper piping.
Yep. A lot of copper tubes. I don't know that there's a huge copper amount in pennies anymore.
Copper piping
Yep.
would be kind of a cool name for a fighter.
Yeah.
Copper. Copper is is that a name?
I don't think so.
Copper is not a bad name.
Wait, Fox and the Hound. What are the?
Cooper? Copper?
Is it? I don't remember. It's been a while since I watched it.
Fox and the Hound.
Anyway, our Patreon. We're so good at staying on task.
Yes.
Yeah, send us an email if you can. Thank you all so much for sticking around. For Chuck Staten, I'm Brad Rohr saying thank you so much, and we're sorry for being Funbearable.
Fox and the Hound. Copper.
Yep.
And Todd.
That's it. I knew it was like something like copper and something underwhelming.
It really was. Copper and Todd.
Yeah.
If they called that movie Copper and Todd,
Failure.
bombs at the box
Failure,
office.
yeah.
Just the story of Copper. Thumbs up. Oh, Copper and Todd. This guy. What are you looking at?
There's people out there. There's so many characters. Also, we switched tables.
We did.
And so my little Rule-Meister heart is like, we got to switch these tables back. Even though if you were like, how much do you think the library would notice or care? It's zero.
It's zero.
It is zero. But I'm like,
How big is this room, you think?
not big enough.
Like what? Like 12 by 8?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, 12 by 8.
Yeah.
And so we had this gigantic table in here that was way too long for us. So we switched it with a 6-footer.
Yep.
We probably had a 10-footer?
Yeah.
Switched it with a 6-footer. That's how I talk about tables. I call them footers.
Yeah.
And now all the rooms around us are being used, and Brad's worried that they have a 10-footer, but they needed the 6-footer.
But they have extra 10-footers in there that they're not using. I can see them from here. But in my mind, I'm like, well, we didn't want to cause any trouble. And it's like, well, what are the odds that you come back to this specific branch and they're like, oh, we're not going to book it to you because of you switch the tables. I'm like, well, it's zero. It's all 0%. I'm going to lose sleep over this tonight.
We're really going deep in the psyche of Brad.
It's not a pleasant place to be.
And by the way, it's still fucking hot as shit in here.
Yep.
The dust is killing me. I thought I was getting better. I'm taking a backslide. This is hell, ladies and gentlemen, and we're doing it for you.
We love you.
In a world where there ain't nothing left about, they're two special idiots now. Hear me out.